Hi there, Real 111T here. Just wanted to do a very quick video regarding some basic sort of minimalist canteen-based options for bug out, survival, camping, hunting, that sort of thing, where you don't want to carry a whole heck of a lot of gear, but you want to be prepared in case you have to boil water and in case you have to drink water, which you probably will. Okay, so I've got a bunch of them laid out here. I have used some of these, some of them I have not used. Sort of collected them over the years. Starting out up here, we've got a Nalgene all-terrain bottle, which is a plastic bottle, and there's a GSI Space Saver cup. This is an East German canteen. I think it's a 20-some ounce canteen with a small aluminum coffee cup is basically what that is. U.S. Arctic double-walled insulated 1-liter canteen or 1-quart canteen with a stainless steel cup. Here we have a British BCB system complete. There is a heavy cover lid in here as well. We'll take a look at that. And one of my personal favorites, this is a Nalgene USGI canteen system with an add-on heavy cover lid. Okay, so I'm going to open these up here in a second and we're going to take a look at them. Okay, so here we see all the different kits kind of opened up here. We'll just kind of go around and talk about the pros and cons of each. The first one that I ever really used a lot, backpacking, I was kind of late to adopt hydration bladders, so I don't think the space or the all-terrain bottle really gets the respect that it deserves. This bottle I think is great. It's made out of a soft polyethylene, so that you can suck on it and it'll collapse, so you're not fighting the atmospheric pressure. And it's got a kind of two-stage cap up here that, now it's open, now it's closed, it won't leak, and then there's a mud flap that goes over it, because if you're out hiking and it's muddy conditions and you fall down, you get mud on your mouthpiece, so that stops that from happening. If you're going to carry a water bottle, this is great. People carry the regular Nalgenes a lot, and they're great for storing water. They're very durable. This is fairly durable as well, but it's really convenient to drink out of this. Okay, so it's a good canteen option. You're standing there on the trail, packs on your back, you just climbed a steep hill and you're maybe a little bit out of breath, and trying to drink out of a regular Nalgene bottle. I know they got those inserts you can get and everything, but this is a really good option. And to go along with this, if I'm out backpacking, very likely I would carry a bigger, more robust kit. But if you got stuck and all you had was a canteen kit with you, you're out on a scout or something, this is a good, kind of minimalist kind of a way to boil water. Now, you could carry fuel tabs. You're probably not going to use a stove with this, but it will work fine over a fire. Okay, so you have that. And it's fairly sort of an inexpensive option. It's hard to get a lid for it. I guess there are some lids made. There was a certain model bun lid that was supposedly fits this cup very well. I haven't actually tried it. The other part of the system, here we have a low alpine insulated bottle caddy, which is good because you can put this right on your belt, on your pack. And the problem is this has been discontinued. I haven't been able to find this anywhere. And you could use a more military spec kind of a bottle holder kit. You can find those, some of the lower end military makers, but a lot of that stuff is really designed as tactical gear, and it's really heavy for what it is. Not that some of the other bags that we're using for some of this other stuff aren't heavy, but we'll get into that. The next one I'm just going to touch on real quick because I have a ton of these that I got on a super sale. Didn't quite know. Figure, the nephews are into, or my daughter ever, is going out camping or whatever, they can have a little canteen. This is an East German. It really is. It's a plastic. I'm sure there's BPA in this plastic. Little unissued bottle. It's got a little rubber leak seal in there. It's really nothing spectacular, but they were $1, and I got about 40 of them. And they came with these little cups, which it would really suck to have to purify any amount of water by boiling in this thing. You know, literally imagine like a little white coffee cup, and imagine it squished so that it's flat. That's how big this thing is. So, I mean, would it work? Yeah. Is it maybe a better option than if you had to, you know, take your hat and dig a hole and put some hot rocks in it to boil water? Yeah. But it kind of sucks because it's kind of small. Okay, I mean, even this one here is kind of small. Okay, so let's move on over to this. Now, I haven't really used this in the field. I kind of picked it up more for novelty than anything else. It's a 1 quart stainless steel canteen. Okay, it's got a stopper. Let's see if I can. It's not threaded. There's just a rubber kind of a seal here and a stopper. And this gray part up here is rubber, so you don't run into the old Christmas story syndrome of your lips sticking to it in extreme cold. It is double-walled, okay, stainless steel. You can actually feel it. When you tap it with your finger, it kind of vibrates a little. You can feel that second inner lining in there. I mean, anything's going to freeze if it's out in the cold long enough, but this, you know, if you put warm water in here, it would probably stay warm a lot longer. This is essentially like a thermos. And then the cup here is kind of cool. It's got the same kind of one handle design as some of the more popular USGI models. It's a really different shape. Okay, it's stainless steel, so that's good. Oh. And that can happen. So, I mean, it would be a lot better than this, maybe even better than this, you know, because it has a lot more volume and it's more of a traditional pot shape. It's not super traditional. This all nests and goes inside this canvas case here. Okay. And let's move on to the BCB kit, which in a lot of ways is the most superior sort of design in terms of a cook kit. Okay. But it has some disadvantages. Okay, what we have here is we got our heavy cover lid, and then there's a stainless steel cup. Pull this off here so you can see. Okay, and I've used this a little bit. I haven't used it a ton, and I'll explain why. You know, these come in stainless and Teflon versions, and I got the stainless version because a small amount of research showed that if you abuse it, the Teflon comes right off, which you would kind of expect. But then I painted it with barbecue paint, you know, to make it a little bit more efficient in a fire. But stainless is really durable. That's the advantage of stainless. Okay, and by coating it with Teflon, I think it's a mistake. You know, maybe you have to understand a military mindset is something only has to last out the mission. You can throw it all away. You know, when we buy this stuff, we're buying a cook kit. We're kind of investing in a kit. So I don't really see the use of buying a Teflon coated BCB kit. And I got this thinking it was going to be a good bushcraft kit. The trouble with this kit, the thing I don't like about it, is that when it's all nested up, it's really hard to get the canteen. You know, you got this is a very heavy duty, it's a hard plastic, it's really hard. You can't, you know, unlike the US one where there's flex to it. This is really tough. Okay, and as far as a cook kit goes, this is great as a solo cook kit. You know, you got your plastic mug here that you could use. You could be drinking a fair amount of coffee out of this thing. It comes with a little plastic lid that fits on this. I really wish it fit on here, okay, so that you could use this as your coffee mug. But it fits on here, and then, you know, it'd be fine if you're using little tablets. But I would worry about putting this in the fire because then it'll, you know, it's really easy to find accounts of people melting them. So I, you know, bought the bullet and I bought the heavy cover lid for it. And that fits on there real nice and tight, and you got a real capable little pot. you know, I'm just feeling picking this up. It's not a lightweight by any means. You know, if you're into titanium gear, this is not what you want right here. Now the cooker is also a really nice little addition. Normally this this cup here is empty, and you would put your Esbit tablets in there or your gel fuel. Well, this is a little modification. This is some fiberglass rope that they sell to seal wood stoves, and I just coiled it up in here. That's all it is, and you can just pour alcohol right in there, and it's an alcohol stove. So that's actually pretty high speed as far as cook kit goes, but it wasn't something that, you know, I want to carry around. I really want something I could put with like an emergency kind of a bushcrafty contingency kit for when I was out hunting. And you know, I want to take a drink out of water. I have to go into this big pouch and then rustle around and eventually get to the canteen after I rummage through a bunch of other stuff. You know, when this is stowed away, you know, it's buried underneath this cup, and then the other cup's on there. Everything fits together. It fits together very compactly, but it's not so easy to get to the canteen. Okay, so I would say this would be a good use if you were going to want a container, and then you had like a hydration bladder, and you're going to use this container for storing, say, your cooking water. You knew you were going to have cooking water, so you'd fill it up when you're getting your water source, and you put it in your pack, and that's not the water you were drinking throughout the day. Okay, that's a little bit of a heavy duty or kind of a backpacking type application, and that's not what I was going for. You know, I was going for a situation where I was going to be carrying one container that I was going to carry my water that I was drinking, and then if I need to purify other water, I'd have the capability. And this is basically what I put together here. Okay, this is the USGI Nalgene bottle. I got this at canteenshop.com. And then stainless steel USGI cup, which has the same black coating on it, black barbecue paint I applied at the same time I did this one. Okay, and then this is the heavy cover lid and a little tablet stove. And in the bag I've got some tablets and some water purifying tablets as well. And it's a good all-around system. You know, the lid stays in the bushcraft kit, like separate from this stuff. This all nests together. And the great thing about these is you can, either one of these, you could use them over a fire. But this is the one I ended up going with. And I use this a lot. You know, if I'm out hunting, I have this with me and I need a drink of water. That's where I get it from. And, you know, I might not be carrying another bottle with water in it, you know, because I'm running light. So this is a good solution. If I had to sit down and maybe boil some water, you know, to drink, this would be a great option. You know, I carry some Esbit tablets in the side pouch here, and some chlorine dioxide tablets, and it's pretty much good to go. And it's fairly lightweight. As far as lightweight as water is, tends to be heavy. But you know, if I got separated from, you know, my knife and from anything that I needed to make a camp, and I had this would let me fulfill my my needs. Okay. Another thing I want to point out is there's an awful lot, you know, going on here with titanium sporks and spoons and stuff like that. And basically what you got here is a stainless steel spoon from Walmart. It was less than 25 cents. So you can buy a bunch of these for the price of one of those. And this is very durable. This won't melt, you know, like a plastic one will. So just a couple of thoughts on these. Any comments, just put them in the comment section. I have to run, if you can't tell. Thanks, bye.